United, and Ruben Amorim, who's been speaking to the media in the last hour from the club's pre-season tour in the United States. Well, United head coach has made Alejandro Garnacho, Jadon Sancho and Antony available for transfer. Tonight, though, has claimed he'll reintegrate them into his squad if clubs do not match their valuation. Well, here is exactly what Amorim has said this evening. He said, some players have to find a new place to have space in the team. Other players show they want a new challenge. We're just allowing these players to think and decide. If they reach a point where they'll have to join the team, they will join because they are our players. I know for a fact that...
Well, I mean, look, if you take it on face value, first of all, Manchester United have still got these three players in their squad. They don't want those three players in their squad. We should add Tyrell Malacia to that one as well, because there were five originally. Of course, Marcus Rashford has gone to Barcelona. Yeah, we take it on face value, and we believe everything Ruben Amorim is saying. If they remain at Manchester United, yes, they'll be reintegrated. They'll fight for their place in the team, which is perfect for me. The other way to look at it is they're just trying to protect their negotiating position. But you wonder whether that ship has sailed now because of what's happened in the past month or so, because it's been made clear that Manchester United don't want these players. And if you're a club who want to buy these players, as much as Manchester United will say, well, if you don't meet our asking price, they're not going anywhere, clubs will say, well, we do know you want to sell them, so let's just wait until that price comes down. But it's clear why Manchester United will want to do this, because they want to maintain a good bargaining position that they found themselves in with this. But if you go back to, I think it would have been when Erik ten Hag was in charge, and he had effectively exonerated Jadon Sancho from the squad completely. He was not part of the squad, and he didn't get that move at the end of that transfer window. Come the summer, there were those pictures on Manchester United's website of Jadon Sancho and Erik ten Hag together on the training ground. People say, oh, is this a reunion? Have they kissed and made up? Is there a future for Jadon Sancho? People were like, no, there isn't. That was just literally just to say, Jadon Sancho's still part of this squad. And if anyone wants to buy him, well, look, we're happy to keep him, but you're going to have to pay good money. So I think that might be what we're seeing with these players as well. Maybe there hasn't been the falling out that Erik ten Hag had with Jadon Sancho, but it is clear that Ruben Amorim wants to start making the squad Ruben Amorim's squad, and these players don't fit.
Their asking price for those players that they are integrated back, how tough is that going to be to integrate those players back? Because bear in mind, they're not part of pre-season for Manchester United. They're not on the tour. They're not with the new players, the new signings. They're not part of Amorim's new ideas for this season. So that's going to take a long time to do it. So I guess my question...
Nicholas Jackson from Chelsea and RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko, who we seem to be talking about nearly every single transfer window. But at this moment in time, all of these players seem to be a little bit too expensive for Manchester United to do. And on the flip side as well, if any of these clubs want to sell these strikers, then Manchester United can do what other clubs will probably try and do to them with regard to those five players, and maybe wait until later in the window to maybe get a better price. But maybe the Villa one with, if the interest in Garnacho is pursued, then maybe that can hold the key to maybe a deal for somebody like Ollie Watkins. With regard to Sesko, the interesting one here is that the recruitment director at Manchester United is a gentleman called Christopher Vivell. And he's the one driving the interest in Sesko, because when Sesko was 16, Vivell was the sporting director at Red Bull Salzburg, and he brought him in to that club. Hence, there is that long-running interest. But if you look at what United have done so far in this window, I mentioned Cunha